Look, if it's not a problem, I can punch, shoot, or stab. I don't know how to deal with it. You are the only person in our group with any kind of emotional intelligence. That's why I called you. Who else would I go to about this, Skull Crush? Rocket? Yeah, Rocket would probably take one look at them and go blow up the League building. Again. Granted, he'd take any excuse to go blow something up. I don't know why you can't come by and help me with this. You're way better at it than I am. Yeah, that's fair. They probably wouldn't be willing to talk to you. Especially after the incident at the bakery a couple months back. But can you at least give me some advice on how to deal with this? Oh, wait, I think Hero's waking up. I'm gonna have to call you back. Right. Thanks, Vix. Good morning, Hero. Whoa. You're alright. Hey, everything is okay. Just breathe. There you go. You're okay. Jeez, do you always wake up that aggressively? At least you didn't throw a knife at me this time. Nightmare, huh? Makes sense. You did seem kind of restless. I suppose the fever probably didn't help either. Speaking of which... you're still warm, but the fever seems to have gone down some. No, I wasn't watching you sleep. I was just coming to check on you. You were out for a while. You sure do sleep a lot when you're not forcing yourself to work constantly. So, do you want to talk about the nightmare? It seemed pretty intense, and you look a bit shaken up. Are you sure? I mean, I won't pry if you really don't want to talk. But if this is just another, I don't want to bother you situation, then we might as well skip the whole argument and get to talking. So it was about your sidekick. I see. I guess that's not surprising. You're so convinced that what happened was your fault and not the fact that a 15-year-old was put into a combat situation. No. Like it or not, Hero, her death was the League's fault, not yours. I know she was following your orders, but who put her under your command in the first place? Exactly, the League. They're the ones who decided a 15-year-old was okay to go out on patrol and potentially fight supervillains. That wasn't your decision. You did the best you could have. What? No, I'm not trying to turn you against the Heroes League. Okay, well, maybe I am trying to turn you against the Heroes League. Can you blame me, though? Look at how they've treated you. I know your boss was the main issue, but the fact that no one else in the League even noticed or cared about the extreme hours you were putting in seems ridiculous. Surely someone is looking over those records. What do you mean you weren't on the clock for those extra hours? You were running yourself into the ground and you weren't even getting paid? You got paid under the table. God, just how much shady stuff is going on over there. Actually, don't answer that. I'm just gonna get even more angry at them. Anyway, back to the nightmare. Was it, the incident? Yeah, I figured. That had to be traumatic as hell. If you're comfortable, can I ask what happened exactly? You told your sidekick to stay put while you went to investigate a potential explosive, and she got ambushed and killed while your back was turned? Sounds like you got set up to me. How was that your fault? Okay, slow down a bit. Hero, I know you have this whole guilt complex about the entire thing, but I'm genuinely failing to see how any of it was your fault. Like, even a little bit. Alright, I'll bite. What could you have done differently in that situation? You could have brought her with you. Yeah, you could have. But at that point, you would have been putting her in danger in a different way. You were protecting her from something you knew was a potential threat. It's not your fault that you didn't know about the ambush. Could have gotten there faster? Maybe, but would that have changed the outcome? She was outnumbered and inexperienced. You would have essentially been fighting them on your own. Maybe you could have just ignored the explosive threat? Okay, that one is just stupid. You know villains like Rocket operate in that area. Even if it was a dud, it's still the right decision to go and investigate. Hero, look at me. You had no way of knowing there was an ambush. From what you've told me, I don't think you could have made a better decision with the information you had. You can't spend the rest of your life feeling guilty over something you had almost no control over. You are so incredibly stubborn sometimes, Hero. Whatever, I'll drop the issue for now. There's something else I've been meaning to ask. You mentioned an ambush, but do you know who ambushed her? You didn't recognize the uniforms. What do you mean? all you saw were black uniforms with a dragon wing pattern on the back while they were retreating? That sounds like... Wait, no, you patrol the northern part of the city, right? Why would he be over there? Who am I talking about? Well, it sounds like the Wyverns motif, but I don't know why his people would be there. He operates out of the eastern side of the city almost exclusively. It's kind of an unspoken rule amongst us villains that you stay in your lane. Friends? With that pretentious asshole? Absolutely not. Just because we're both villains doesn't mean we get along, especially now that I know his henchman killed your sidekick. Yikes. Yeah, I'm upset about it. She was just some kid. I don't know why he'd target her. No, that's not how he usually works. At least as far as I know, I don't exactly talk to him. You know what? Let me ask around. I don't exactly appreciate him poking around my part of the city, and I'm sure you want your revenge. Don't try to deny it. I saw that spark in your eye when I gave you a lead on who killed your sidekick. You want him dead, don't you? Dead, in prison. What's the difference, really? You're right. Getting revenge isn't the right thing to do. But is it what you want to do? Come on, hero. You've been in the Heroes League playing the good guys since you were 14. And in return, they tried to run you into the ground with no appreciation. Aren't you fed up? Don't you want to watch the world burn just a little bit? What I'm saying is that I want to make you an offer. You said the reason your boss wanted you to put in extra work was because a bunch of heroes left to pursue better contracts at other agencies, right? Well, what if I offered you a better contract? Oh, don't look at me like that. Surely working for me wouldn't be as bad as crawling back to the Heroes League. What? No, this wasn't all just a big ploy to try to get you to join my side. At least, not initially. I fully intended for you to just get some rest and then go back to the Heroes League so we could keep fighting. But now, after everything you've told me, I'm actually kind of concerned about you going back. Look, I'm not going to force you to join me. Once you've fully recovered, you can go back to the League if that's what you really want. We can go back to fighting and pretend this little vacation never happened. But if you do join me, we can hunt down the guy who killed your sidekick. Hell, we might even be able to take down the whole League if you wanted. I'm sure you have some bad blood with the League. Frankly, with what you've told me, I'd love to take them down and end all their shady practices. Like, I know I'm evil, but at least I'm transparent about it. And, I don't hire literal children. So, what do you say, hero? Want to cause a little mayhem? Excellent.